Hey y'all, it's Heather. It's Sunday and it's time for our weekend video. This weekend we were pretty busy with all kind of little odds and ends and just didn't get the camera out to get anything on tape. Again, tape, showing my age. Anyway, this morning we got up, we did our regular chores, had us some breakfast. Danny got everything set up to butcher the remainder of our chickens. Last weekend, Danny and one of my sons did half, and this weekend, Danny and I will do the other half. Since I'm not real sure about what's allowed and not allowed in this realm on YouTube, I thought we'd just talk a little bit about how we raise our chickens, and then how we're butchering them here. We don't have a major setup. Anyone could do it this way. Most things we do are kind of backyardy or shade tree mechanic-y type things. And that's just how we live our life. Everything's not perfect here. And if you're into that, well, you're in the right place. I guess we can start with how many chickens did we raise this year and how did we decide on the number of chickens? Well, our chickens decided that for us. We allow our hens to hatch their babies out because we would like fresh hens each year so we can get eggs consistently. This year, our hens hatched out a little over 50 chicks, and anyone that lets that happen knows that basically you get about half roosters, half hens. So we got around 25 roosters, and these are not meat chickens specifically bred for meat. These are dual purpose chickens. We have a backyard mix, Barred Rock, Buff Orpington, Americana, the Easter egger chickens, just through the years, and we don't separate them. They all mingle, so we've got our backyard breed, is what we call it, and they are a dual purpose. They lay pretty regularly, and they are decent meat chickens. And this year we did our hens a little differently. We let them all hatch their babies right away. They were very close in age. So we had chicks around the same age, just a week or two difference in any of them from the youngest to the oldest. And then we took them all, put them together in a pen, and put one of the mama hens in there just for a little extra warmth, protection, to teach them how to eat and drink and scratch and all that good stuff. And we left the hen in there until they were a nice size, all their feathers. And then we let her out because we figured she had definitely had enough of those 50 some odd chicks. And I like this method of encouraging the broody chickens to go ahead and hatch and have places for them to set, because then all the chicks grow at the same rate and you can put them all in the same pen. And then when it's time to butcher them, they're pretty much all ready. Once all the chickens were of good size, we picked out the hens and took them out and left the roosters in there and kept growing them out until they were big enough to butcher. The plan this year was to butcher them all in one day so you could just knock it out, take a day to do that and then move on with your life, right? But it didn't work out that way. So last weekend, like I said, Danny and my younger son got half of them butchered, and then we're going to knock the rest out today. And our butchering process this year, sometimes we do it different. It's like you keep evolving, right? As you can see, we're working off the back of the trucks. He's got pieces of plywood that he took, trash bags, black trash bags, cut them open, covered the plywood in them, and that's our work surface, work area, work tabletop, whatever you want to call it. For the most part, the process is I'll go get a chicken, I bring it over, I put it in our cone, and Danny will take care of it, and it'll sit there and drain. And then he takes it over and he skins it and guts it, and then it comes over to me where I wash it off and I part it out, and then I put it in some pans of water to wash it again. Then I move it to a cooler that has water in it, leave it in there to cool down, and then I transfer it over to a cooler that has ice in it. And you heard right, Danny does skin our chickens. Through the years, we've tried different things. We have tried plucking the chickens, and for the trouble, I don't care whether it has skin on it or not. Neither does he, because it is much quicker and efficient just to do it this way. If we ever invest in a plucker, then, we may do it differently. But right now, this is how we're doing it. Once all the chickens are done, we have to clean up, and then Danny gets rid of the guts. He usually buries them on our property somewhere, and we just move our cooler behind the house, add some salt to the water, and I'll let them sit there for a day or two before I vacuum seal them. Oh, and when I part them out, I do save all the backbones and neck, and I go ahead and make bone broth out of those. And that's it. That is what we did this Sunday morning, and we wish we could have got some more footage looking back on our weekend, but sometimes you just are very tangled up in the day to day and completely forget to try to video it. We're getting better, we're growing, and we want to grow. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We want to grow, but we can't do that without y'all. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.